Hello, welcome in. We're going to be doing the next part of the SOE Epic arc. This is the second to last part, called Breach of Trust, and then the last one is Closing In. So we can close this and head right into the agent conversation with Dovirch Anselm. A matter of decorum. I would speak with you about your search for Dagon, but first, a matter of decorum. Late Mistress Mizara's parents entrusted the safety of their child to my lord. He has attempted to make amends, but I am afraid my lord can be indelicate. He would replace their daughter with reparations of gold and isk. This must be handled with more care. Take this toy. The mistress first arrived at my lord's estate with nothing to her name but this. As you destroyed her body, it is the only physical connection left in this world that her family will recognize as hers. Deliver this to the family with the utmost care. They have already suffered enough. A tradition. Amarr society is popularly conceived as hierarchical and old-fashioned. The Amarr are thought to dominate all people they conquer, and treat their own people as little better than cattle. While that can be true in certain cases, the political realities of the Amarr Empire are far too complex to paint the Empire as a wholly evil power. I partially disagree, but now we're going to accept. And track and undock. Okay, we arrived at the Mizara family hovel. I actually had to go back to the station because I forgot to take the doll with me, which is something that happens way too often. But let's head over there. For this doll in the house. I do not remember exactly what happened to this child. Sounds like we had a part of it, but it was a long time ago when I recorded that last one. Because life has been difficult. Alright. Start conversation. Complete remotely. Thank you for doing this, my friend. To see others suffer is never easy. Request mission. New friends. You have proven you respect our ways. My lord now believes he can trust you. Yes, we know Dagon, and of your hunt for him. My lord hired him as a tutor for Mistress Mizara some 10 years ago. Though my lord fancies himself a skilled pilot, he is very much of old Amarr stock. He wished the mistress to be better educated in the newly emerging technologies and political realities than he. Dagon proved a remarkable teacher. Sadly, he and Lord Taphos had a falling out after the coronation of Empress Serum. There was an altercation, and both Dagon and the mistress fled. I do not know where Dagon himself is, but I do know the man who brought Dagon to the Lord's attention, an archaeologist of some respect, by the name of Dr. Canius. You'll find him at the location provided. Be warned, he surrenders nothing for free. Let us accept this remotely, and set destination, and this is a few jumps, so I will see you when we're there. Alright, start conversation, and start the next mission automatically. Recovery. Dead is she? Damn, I was fond of her. Not in Taphos' way, mind you. Yeah, I know. He was purely her protector and patron, to mold her and shape her for a life of dedicated service to God and Empire. Listen, I've been studying human history for a long while. The platonic patronage between a lord and mistress hasn't happened since the time when the reclaiming just involved stabbing our heathen neighbors with pointy sticks. But if that was all that was going on, nobody would fuss. But that's enough story time for you now. You want more. You'll have to do something for me. Oh, you don't want to hear more? You still have to do something for me. Don't worry, it's real simple. There's a dig site a little ways from here, a small cluster of asteroids containing artifacts from some of the first Amarr space lanes. I know there's at least one good piece left, but every time I hire a team, they get driven off by pirates. All you have to do is go in, get that artifact, and return it to me without dying. So this seems pretty straightforward. Let us accept, and head out. Alright, so I need to get this mysterious statuette, which is going to be in here, I'm assuming. And we have a destroyer and a cruiser here. Yeah, okay, let's go and take out these first. Okay. Go take care of this one next. And now these last two. Okay, let's head over to these ancient tome dig site. And we are starting to need the armor repair a lot more as we get into these later missions. That is perfectly okay. Turn off the micro warp drive. Clip inside the building. What kind of specialized equipment? Oh, I think I needed a relic analyzer. Okay, let me head back and go get that. Yes, so I was given a civilian relic analyzer for this mission. This is probably going to be a pretty easy hack. Here? Yep, there we go. And now we can access this and get the mysterious statuette. And I'm going to go loot these and then go dock up. Yeah, that's why this is why it's pretty important to actually read the description and what you're given and all of that for the missions. I definitely am obviously very guilty of getting kind of I'm just skipping stuff in the dialogue instead of actually reading everything towards the end of this epic arc. But oh well. Waste a little bit of time by going back and getting stuff. No big deal. Alright, and start conversation. Complete mission. Blood Raiders, you're lucky you lived. They're psychotic and bloodthirsty, literally. Their sect believes purity can only be reached by consuming blood, and clone blood is purest of all. I'm afraid that makes you Capsuleers their favorite snack. But you're alive, and you've got the artifact, so we're good. Request next mission. Quiet nights long past. You've done me a solid, so I'll return the favor. A few years ago, Lord Taphos tried to hit me up to tutor his new miracle girl. I declined, but pointed him to Dagon. Dagon was holed up in this monastery at the time, part of some weird hermitage. So I introduced them, think nothing of it. Then I start hearing rumors about how friendly Dagon is with Mazara. Doesn't go well with Taphos, particularly if you also believe what they say about Taphos and Dagon. Dagon was driven off, and truth told, that's what probably turned Mazara against Taphos right then. So Taphos wants to keep a tight lid on the whole affair himself, keep the rumors still. So that's his character history. I hope you wrote that all down. Nah, I don't care. There's no test or anything. What did Dagon do after? I honestly don't know. But 5 will get you 10 that it has something to do with his life before Taphos. This is the location of the monastery he stayed at. It's been abandoned for some time. I wouldn't be surprised if scavengers have moved in. Go reclaim the hell out of that place, and I'm sure you'll find something useful. Reclaiming. The reclaiming is a major part of the Amarr religion and of the Empire itself. They believe that all people in the universe are once part of the same empire, and that the Amarr Empire is the direct heir to that legacy. Through Empress Katitz Tash Murkhan, the Amarr are given a divine mandate to reunify the peoples of the universe through any means necessary. Historically, this has led to numerous wars of conquest in which the Amarr decimate and then absorb civilization. Each war is itself referred to as a reclaiming to emphasize their divine mandate. Okay, so find the monastery, clear it, and retrieve a document. Got it. Alright, so we arrive at the monastery. Have a bunch of scavengers to go take out. Like these are all just frigates, so these shouldn't be too bad. Take them all out, and see if we can find those documents we're looking for. Okay, and it pops out this cargo container when you destroy the last ship. This has the strange coded message that we needed. Alright, then we loot, head back. Start conversation. Complete mission. Good job clearing those guys out. I wouldn't worry about the ramifications of slaughtering some godless scavengers. The first rule of any good reclaiming is it's about souls, not bodies. You just happen to have a lot of the latter left over. Now, let's take a look at the document you found. Request mission. Revelation. This is fascinating. See this character here? It's only found in the Jovian alphabet. It's not proper Jovian though. It's like they just were using the character set as a cipher of some sort. Unfortunate for Dagon, no cipher exists to stop a Edian University man. Let's see. That's strange. I can't tell who this is to, but it's definitely from Dagon. He says his mission went well, and that he fully earned the marks. I assume that's Typhos' trust. The mark willingly gave him passwords and clearance to Imperial Archives and Emperors of old. He says he has sent all records pertaining to the Empire's knowledge of pre-Jovian weapons. I can only guess as what qualifies as pre-Jovian, but Taphos has unwittingly provided Imperial secrets to a spy. You must deliver this information to him at once. So we can accept and head back over to Tano. I will see you there. And next mission, a call to trial. I'm sure you have several questions for me, but I'm afraid they'll have to wait. It seems Taphos caught wind of your investigation. I know because he has challenged you to trial by combat. It hasn't been common for years, but Taphos considers himself an old-fashioned true Amarr, and blue laws still allow it. Luckily, this provides the perfect opportunity for us. With the information we've uncovered, namely the cipher, we have enough to bring Taphos on charges. Doing so, however, would cause a huge political uproar, the kind that we frankly don't have the time for. I want you to go out there, meet Taphos, and kill him in combat. We've shut off access to his clones, so he won't be coming back. As you are challenged by a noble, you'll suffer no consequences, legal or otherwise. His family line gets to keep their good name, and everyone can then go back to their nice, safe lives, confident that Imperial secrets are still safe. Accept. And take advantage of ancient Amarr culture. Alright, so warping in, we have Tapos. Somewhere. There we are. And just a frigate. That's micro warp drive, and we're almost out of these iron charges. I can get more. I might end up doing that, but we'll see. Might be able to get through with just the antimatter charges. Okay, and it pulled this up automatically, so we can complete remotely. It is done then. I've already started making my calls. As far as the media is concerned, he accused you of contract fraud, but God proved your innocence through a lawful trial by combat. Request next mission. Brothers and sisters. Now, about Dagon. We've had our suspicions as to who he is. With the cipher we found, we know for sure. I'm violating my oath by giving you this intel. Odds are good we'd never be able to act on it ourselves. See, Dagon is from the Society of Conscious Thought. Dagon's made a mistake, though. He's been cut off from his buddies. The sisters have seen to that. Yeah, the sisters. I've been curious why they were so interested in my case. Now I know if there's one group that keeps a closer eye on the Society than the Empire, it's the Sisters of Eve. They know the whole damn time who Dagon was. I'd say it's time to head back over to the Sisters and get the full story. The Society of Conscious Thought. Thought they were just a giant think tank, yeah? That's their public side. Diplomats and the rich send their children to the Society for the best education money can buy. I have a cousin who graduated from one, and he's straight as an arrow. Every once in a while, though, we get reports of Society ships showing up at the oddest places, spatial anomalies, weird accidents, the like. They're a society, but almost a different breed entirely. These guys are ghosts. As soon as you think you found them, they just vanish. Alright, let us accept this remotely, and head back to the Bureau at Arnon. I will see you there. Start conversation. And that is going to conclude this. We will deal with Sister Elatora's excuses in the next one. I did check for the iron charges, and they are available in the station, but very expensive. There is a very high markup for the people who are smart enough to sell their goods here. So we're going to try and make do with the antimatter charges. But for now, I hope you're doing well, stay radiant, and I will see you for the final part of the SOE Epic arc. Thank goodness it's finally almost over.